Donald John Trump. A name that sparks admiration, debate, and controversy across the world. Business tycoon, television personality, real estate mogul, and the 45th President of the United States. His journey is one of ambition, risk, resilience, and reinvention, a story that captures the very essence of the American dream. This is the complete story of Donald Trump, from his early life in New York to his rise as one of the most powerful figures on earth. Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City. He was the fourth of 5 children born to Fred and Mary Trump. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer who built affordable housing in Brooklyn and Queens. Growing up in a family driven by business, Donald was exposed early to the world of real estate, construction, and negotiation. From childhood, Trump was energetic, competitive, and confident. He attended the Kew Forest School but was known to get into trouble for his assertive behavior. His parents decided to enroll him in the New York Military Academy when he was 13, hoping that the discipline and structure would channel his energy in the right direction. It did. At the academy, Trump became a student leader, an athlete, and someone who thrived under competition. After high school, he began his college studies at Fordham University but soon transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most prestigious business schools in the world. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics, ready to join his father's business empire. In the early 1970s, Trump joined the family company, then known as Elizabeth Trump & Son. But Donald had far bigger ambitions. While his father focused on middle-class housing in the outer boroughs, Donald wanted to build luxury, and he wanted Manhattan. He saw an opportunity when New York City was struggling financially. Property values were low, and development had slowed down. Trump began acquiring buildings, hotels, and properties that others ignored. His first major project was the transformation of the old Commodore Hotel near Grand Central Station into the Grand Hyatt, New York. The project was a huge success, and it established Trump as a bold and ambitious developer in Manhattan. Then came his masterpiece, Trump Tower, completed in 1983 on Fifth Avenue. The 68-story skyscraper became a symbol of wealth and modern luxury, featuring marble interiors, gold accents, and even a waterfall inside. Trump Tower wasn't just a building, it was a brand statement. Throughout the 1980s, Donald Trump became a global name. He expanded into casinos, golf courses, airlines, and hotels. His properties carried one simple mark, the Trump name, written in bold, gold letters. He bought the Plaza Hotel in New York, launched Trump Shuttle Airlines, and developed the Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the time, one of the most expensive casinos ever built. Trump's personality matched his empire, flashy, confident, and unapologetically extravagant. He was regularly featured in newspapers, talk shows, and magazines. He dated supermodels, appeared in films, and became a symbol of success and ambition. But with every big risk comes a big challenge. By the early 1990s, the American real estate market crashed. Trump's businesses were drowning in debt, over $1 billion. His casinos were losing money, his properties were over-leveraged, and critics declared his empire finished. For many, this would have been the end. But not for Donald Trump. He negotiated with banks, sold some assets, and used media attention to rebuild his image. His name still carried power, and that became his greatest asset. Slowly but surely, Trump clawed his way back. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, he was back in business, smarter, leaner, and more strategic. In 2004, Trump made a comeback unlike any other businessman. He became the host of NBC's reality show, The Apprentice. The show featured aspiring entrepreneurs competing for a job in Trump's organization. His tough but entertaining personality made the show a massive hit. The famous line, "You're fired," became a pop culture phenomenon. The show aired in over 20 countries and ran for 14 seasons. Trump's fame skyrocketed once again, this time, not just as a businessman but as a celebrity. Through television, he rebranded himself as the symbol of power, wealth, and authority. His success on The Apprentice paved the way for a new phase, politics. For years, Trump had spoken about politics, often giving interviews about America's direction. But in 2015, he took the leap. On June 16, 2015, Donald Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. At first, most people dismissed it as a publicity stunt. But Trump's message, "Make America Great Again," resonated with millions. He positioned himself as an outsider, someone who would challenge the establishment, speak his mind, and fight for American workers. His campaign was raw, unconventional, and unfiltered, but it captured the attention of the entire world. Against all odds, Trump won the Republican nomination and then went on to defeat Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. On January 20, 2017, Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. Trump's presidency was unlike any other in U.S. history. His policies focused on America First, cutting taxes, reshaping trade deals, boosting domestic energy, and strengthening the economy. Unemployment rates dropped to record lows before the COVID-19 pandemic, and the stock market reached new highs. He also took strong stances on immigration, border control, and foreign policy, renegotiating NAFTA, pressuring NATO allies to contribute more, and opening direct dialogue with North Korea. But his term was also marked by controversy, frequent battles with the media, investigations, and 2 impeachments, both of which he was acquitted. His leadership style was bold and confrontational, dividing opinions but always keeping him at the center of attention. In 2021, Trump left office, but his influence did not fade. He continued to hold rallies, endorse candidates, and shape the direction of the Republican Party. His supporters remained deeply loyal, seeing him as a fighter for the people. Even years after his presidency, Donald Trump remains one of the most discussed figures in global politics, admired by some, criticized by others, but impossible to ignore. Donald Trump's life story is one of bold ambition and fearless self-belief. From the real estate streets of New York to the White House, he built a brand and a movement based on confidence, risk-taking, and relentless drive. His journey teaches that success is not linear, it's full of highs, lows, failures, and comebacks. Trump's story shows that no matter how big the challenge, resilience and persistence can turn any dream into reality. Love him or hate him, Donald J. Trump changed the way people think about business, media, and politics forever. His influence, legacy, and impact will be studied and debated for generations to come. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts.